Okay, so I know this doesn't really count as a car collection, but it is my first time owning 2 cars, let alone having 2 cars that I genuinely enjoy driving so much. And when I open this door, it makes me so happy to be able to look at, I mean, it's a Honda Civic, but hold on, it's a cool Honda Civic, and then my M2. 2 cars that are so fun to drive. If you're new to the channel, this is my new Civic, and this is why it's fun to drive. The backyard special. Now, I ended off my last YouTube video talking about how I'm going to get the Civic dyno tuned because I felt like it was running a little bit rich. We did that. These are some clips of me at Next Mod, I think it's in Markham, setting up the car on the dyno, and I couldn't actually really film the car doing a pull because it was just breaking the audio. Like, this thing was screaming way too loud. Comment quickly down below what you think this car made. Before I show you the actual numbers, let me say the car was running a little bit rich, but only from 1 to 5,000 RPM. That's what the tuner there said. It was dumping a little bit too much fuel under normal driving, so it was just wasting gas, being a little bit inefficient when it didn't need to be. So we retuned it just for that, the wide open throttle, and anything above, I think 5,000 or 6,000 RPM, he said nothing had to be changed. It was running really good. And now, are your guesses in? Because for the dyno results, this 1997 tin can Honda Civic made 477 wheel horsepower. Look at this chart. This is crazy. This car has no power low end, but that's what this car's for. This car makes like 500 torque at 3,000 RPM, so you know, and the torque is 326, pretty solid. Now I think the only thing left to do is to race the Civic versus the M2, because my M2 is tuned stage 1 carbon. It makes 585 wheel, way different power band. Also weighs, I think, about 1,300 more pounds, give or take. This car, the Civic, weighs like 23, 24 maybe if you look online. That's what the stock curb weight is. I think the previous owner said that it is a little bit lighter. The trunk's been gutted. So that'll be an interesting race. Unfortunately, that's not gonna happen in this video because it's too cold outside and neither of these cars grip at all. Good news is when it's warmer out, I should not have any traction with the Civic with these Mickey Thompson slicks to go on the front. Unfortunately, I have barely been able to drive this car because of the weather. It's just been too wet, cold, a little bit snowy. So the M2 has been the beater car for that. And also this car is on Toyo R888s, and I just found out that apparently even those tires being in a cold climate, like under a certain degrees, it can actually ruin the compound. And then even when it's summer and the tires are warm again at normal operating temps or whatever, it never hooks the same as it would have before if it was never exposed to cold. So hopefully I haven't ruined these yet. It is a little bit warmer out today, so we're going to take this car out and hopefully have a little bit of fun. It's also got launch control, which I haven't tested out yet, so we're gonna see what this thing sounds like. Also wanted to add, that dyno number of 477 is not including the water meth kit that's set up on this car. The car is not tuned for water meth. I'm gonna mess around with that in the summer. Maybe we get like an extra 50 wheel out of it. I don't know. I've never ran water meth before, so it'll be fun. Now this car does not have an idle air control valve, so when I turn it on, I have to rev it to like 1500 and blip it and kind of hold it there. It's really awkward when it's cold. When it's warm, it turns on fine, but it makes a lot of noise. So out of respect for my neighbors, I don't know who's home, I'm gonna roll the car outside before I start it. And we're gonna switch over to my POV setup. I get to watch what I'm looking at through here. It's so cool. All right. Oh. Hey, where's the key? Ta-da! Also, my freaking dash cam keeps falling from here because I don't know if the cold, the stick just won't work. I got like 3M strong. It's not even 3M actually. This is like Scotch double-sided tape. I don't even know. It's stronger than normal 3M, but it still keeps falling off. I don't know what to do. I haven't turned this car on in over a week. Oh, it's not rolling. Come on, roll. We have Bluetooth now working, so that's awesome. I'm trying to push the car, get it rolling. Oh, what is it stuck on? Hello? Okay, my brakes are not really working. Every time I try to turn this car on for the first time, it bogs out and it dies because I'm not used to holding it properly. Oh, okay, I found the sweet spot. All right, if I let go, do we think it's gonna stay on? Let's go! Let's go! We're just gonna let it idle a little bit because it's gotta warm up a decent amount before I start driving. I'll see you guys back on the road. No power steering, extremely stiff and short clutch, but it's still a complete blast and I cannot wait for the summer. It is extraordinarily different driving this compared to my M2. It makes my M2 feel like a little bitch, I'm not gonna lie. Not because of power or anything like that, it's just this car is so raw and also built a lot worse because it's like 28 years old. The M2 is so easy to drive. The clutch is so light, you can feather it, you can mess up, you can jerk, you can do whatever, and it'll still allow you to drive pretty seamlessly, pretty smoothly. Like you don't get punished in that car. This car, bad clutch work, you're jerking back and forth, the car's like turning off immediately and then you don't even know if it's gonna turn back on. I'm on my toes when I drive this thing, like I'm so locked in, it's crazy. I hope you can hear that whine, oh my God. I don't know what this is, stop it. Oh, I fixed it. I'm trying to find somewhere to turn around because I cannot pull over and do a 3-point turn with no power steering. It's gonna take me 10 minutes. I need a parking lot. And I can't look at my maps to find a parking lot because I have no maps. Ah! How did people exist in 1997? It's also so weird to go from auto rev match to no rev match. I know how to rev match, guys, don't yell at me. I've rev matched in my previous cars, but it's a nice feature to have when you're feeling a little lazy and for daily driving. Sue me. Like, that is so addicting, it's crazy. I'm like half on the throttle, half. Okay, 2 tries for the downshift, come on. Yeah, like it's just, oh, it's not a cop, I thought that was a cop. Why do you own that car? Bro, I've never understood, why do people buy V6 Chargers? I'm sorry, if you own one, I'm sorry, I just don't get it. It's not like you're getting a taste of American muscle. It's the same body, the same inside for the last 12 years. Not a very powerful motor. I'm rolling back, I'm gonna stall, never mind. Not very powerful, they don't sound that good. They're expensive too for what they are. I don't know. It's so fun though, like for how much money this was, and like, yeah, it's a Civic, it's a piece of junk, whatever you want to call it. Oh my God, the amount of money for smiles that you get out of this thing is crazy. All right, let's hear this thing anti-lag. I want to hear some two-step anti-lag cool noises. Now, I don't know if you can see, dump is down there. Hold on, let's go underneath. We go down here. Yeah, there it is. That is my dump. This is a clip from the previous owner doing launch control on a totally different setup though. You can see the dump is in a different spot. He's also on a different, bigger turbo. So apparently all you do is clutch in, first gear, rev it to the floor, 6,500 RPM. I don't know what's gonna happen. Try that again. I'll put the camera behind the car, see what we can see. I don't know if you can hear that, but it kind of sounds like my belt is squealing. I've heard that when the car has a, not a rough, but a cold start, it'll squeal a little bit just on the start. Like, definitely the belt's squealing. It feels like it's got, you know, enough tension and it's tight. I don't know if maybe something else is loose. I definitely got to look into that because I don't think that's normal. It is unfortunately starting to rain. I don't know if you can see it. So I meant to get back before it becomes even more of a death trap. But man, I love that I bought this car, but I hate when I bought this car because I just want to drive it and I cannot drive it as much as I want to in these conditions. Ah! But what is next for this hunk of junk that I love so much? Well, we do have a full roll of vinyl that has arrived. It's actually been here for about a week or so. So we're gonna be wrapping the car. Pretty cool color, nothing crazy. It's not pink, it's not fierce fuchsia. I think I'm gonna wrap over the hood, no exposed carbon, keep it a complete sleeper look. I also would really like to get a roll cage in here because this thing is just not safe if I crash. Do you guys have any companies for me to check out or look into for a roll cage? I don't know anything about them. I had no experience with them. I don't know what's good or what's bad. I do know that $1,000 or a couple $1,000s, whatever it's gonna cost, is definitely worth the money. Now, hopefully it snows soon so I can take the M2 and rear-wheel drive in all its glory and have some fun in the snow. But thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.